Bonjour,
Bonjour.
je suis Renaud, président de l'association Sanctuary France.
A pleasure. Paul McGillon,
Donc,
Dr. Beckett, Stargate Atlantis, and Terrence Wexford, Sanctuary.
As Renaud said, we are the Sanctuary French Association, as you understand, because you understand French. So the following question, you might have already heard them, but it's because we love the answers you gave, and we wanted to share them. So you might respond to a question you already responded during the weekend.
Okay, great.
So
Fantastic.
let's get
My
started.
French is un peu, pardon. But let's get started.
So, do you prefer to play the good or the bad guy? Wexford or Beckett?
Which one do I like the best, the good or the bad guy? Well, you know, I like them both. As an actor, it's fun to be able to play, you know, the bad guy. It's a lot of fun. The character on Sanctuary, Wexford, was, you know, Martin Wood and Amanda are friends of mine, and, you know, Robin Dunn and everybody. They asked me to come over and do the show. And Damien Kindler is an old friend of mine from Stargate. And they told me about the character, and I thought this is such a different character than Beckett on Stargate Atlantis, because Beckett is like basically like a puppy dog, so very sweet. And Wexford is a mad, angry lizard.
Yeah.
With with high expectations to take over the sanctuary. So fun character.
Yeah. You said during the panel that Wexford could be attracted to Helen Magnus, and he couldn't know how to show that.
Express himself. Yes, I think he's in love with Magnus, and he can't express himself deeply. You know, he's a little shy.
Do you think we'll see more of Wexford in season 4, or even in a future season?
Well, as I just said, you know, that's up to the producers, you know, and also if I'm available, you know, it'd be fun to play. I mean, I know those guys very well in the show, so it's a lot of fun acting with them. And obviously, most of my stuff is with Amanda, and she's fantastic. You know, Wexford took over the sanctuary for a very short period of time, but it didn't last too long. So we'll see what the future holds. But certainly, I wish them all the best of luck with the show. It's done very, very well. I'm very happy for them all.
We were lucky enough to watch the first episode of your new production, Captain Starship. Can you tell us more about it? And do you have any other project for it?
Well, Captain Starship is a 22-minute pilot presentation, television show that I co-produced with Ivan Bartok, who's one of he worked with Stargate family for 17 years, and he also shot the film, Captain Starship, as you call it, film, but it's a television pilot. For myself, Ivan Bartok, Jesse James Miller was the director, producer, and Michael P. Northey was one of the actors in the show, and also the writer, producer. So it's a comedy. It is a friend of mine over there. He's just trouble.
I love Paul McGillon.
Yeah. He's just a big fan. He's a very big man. It's a comedy. It's a comedy with a sci-fi element. So it's like kind of 2.5 Men meets Entourage with a sci-fi twist. You know, and hopefully sci-fi in the U.S. are going to be looking at it in space, and hopefully someone in France and in England take a look at it and pick the show up. We'll see what happens in the near future. It's a lot of fun to do. Michael Shanks is also in it. He's got a great character in it. So you know, it has potential to have a lot of avenues to have a lot of different sci-fi actors in the show.
You are married and also a theater teacher. Isn't it hard to follow everything with the duty of an actor?
Married just for 1 year, and I have a teaching degree, but I don't really teach so much anymore. But I have an education degree. I have taught in the past, but primarily I'm acting. That's what I do primarily. But I love it, and being married is fantastic. Are you married? That's my question.
No, I'm still very young.
She's single, and she's still very young. How old?
18.
She's 18, gentlemen. 18. I think there's somebody out there, because she's a beautiful girl. Sanctuary.
Thank you. So, did you like working with the Sanctuary guest? I think yes, with what you said, because you know all the crew, practically. And do you have a memory of something funny that happened on set that you could tell us?
Well, because Wexford has a prosthetic, you know, lizard face, you know, as an actor, Wexford had a lot of dialogue, you know, and normally when you're acting, you have a piece of paper called the sides that you carry around, and you know, you go through your lines and stuff. But once they put the contact lenses in my eyes, I can't read anything. So you know, you're kind of walking around and someone has to kind of take your arm and move you around a little bit to see until they take the contact lenses out. So it was kind of funny because if you don't have your lines completely memorized, you can't read them because they can't take the contact lenses. So someone has to tell you the lines. So that was kind of funny sometimes. But it was a fun set to work on. You know, Martin Wood directed all the episodes I did, and he's a fantastic guy. He had huge impact on the Stargate franchise, so it's very cool. All those guys are really super.
Nice, thank you. I will, for the last question, ask you what's your first impression on of Marseille and France? Have you ever been in France before?
I have been to France before. I was in Paris once, and it was beautiful. And Marseille is a beautiful city. The fans here in France have been fantastic to us. We've all had a great time, and I wish I had more time to spend, you know, walking around. It's a beautiful day outside. But the architecture is beautiful, the food is fantastic, the wine, the French women are beautiful, and the men are very nice as well. It's just been great people. I love to come back here sometime. It's a beautiful city.
And you are welcome here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. That's really nice from you.
My pleasure. I hope Sanctuary runs for many, many more years.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Hi there, I'm Paul McGillon. I'm here with Sanctuary France. Thanks for having me. If you have a chance, check out Captain Starship on Facebook. That's me right there. Vive la France!